Hi little crafters, and welcome to the Crafty Corner. My name is Miss Lisa and you are watching the Crafty Corner from the Fayette County Public Library. Today we have a really cool craft for you. I've got some creepy spiders. Remember, I've told you October has a lot of really fun crafts in it. Now today, if you come down to the library and get your packet, you are going to have a white sheet of paper. You are going to have a circle of bubble wrap. All right, and then you're going to have a variety of just some colored construction paper. Now for this craft you will need a scissors. You might need a Sharpie or a big fat Sharpie or like a Marks-a-Lot, that would work. If you don't have those, then you'll need some black paint. Today I'm going to show you probably just the technique with the marker. The black paint is sort of obvious where you would paint the circle. So what we're going to do first is sort of design in your head where you want your spiders to be. This is the body of the spider. So what I'm going to do, and you want the little puffy side up, you're going to take your marker and just cover it, coat it really well. And hopefully you don't pop any of those bubbles along the way, because you want those bubbles to show up, all those little circles. So I'm coating my little circle here as best I can. And if you have black paint at home, you can just use the paint. You can paint it. Just a little bit more messier than a Sharpie. Okay, so once I have all of that, I'm going to be very careful. And I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to have a spider right up here, and I'm going to press down. And when we lift up, we should have the impression of the bubble wrap. Ta-da! Well, you can see where I didn't put it as much on there, but that's okay. So we want more than one spider. So I'm going to coat this again. I'm going to make a mommy and a daddy and maybe a baby spider. So it's probably over here where I had my fingers. That's probably where I was missing some of the ink the last time. So make sure you get plenty of it on there. And we're going to turn it over and press down. You want to leave a little space between them for their legs and their, for their legs and for their eyes and everything. So there is my two bigger spiders, and what I'm going to go ahead and do, since I've made two, I'm going to trim this down just a little bit, and I will go ahead and paint the black on just so that you can see sort of the difference. This is pretty light, but if I just put a drop of black paint and then take your paintbrush and spread it around, I think you get a darker spider that way. And since he's the baby, I thought he could be special. All right, so here we go. You want to have some wipers around if you're going to use paint. So I'm going to take this and put him right here, press it down, and lift up. And you can see, and well, actually I put too much right there where that dot was. He's a little smeary. So you might want to have maybe a second piece of paper around in case you don't get it right the first time. It's up to you. Okay, so then what we need to do is make legs. Now a spider is an arachnid, so that means he has 8 legs. So I'm just going to cut some really thin strips of black paper. And if you use paint, you might want to wait until it's dry to add the extra features to your spider. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut these. These are really long legs, so I think I'm going to cut them in half, so I won't need to make too many more strips. All right, so we need 8, so that means I need, because see, look how long that is. That's way too long. Although, like the daddy long leg, he's got some long legs, doesn't he? All right, we have lots of spider books at the library. This one over here says Splendid Spiders. I don't know if that's an adjective I would use, but there it is. That's what that book calls for. And then also we have some nonfiction books because these kids are running scared from that ginormous spider. All right, so we're going to have 4 on either side. All right, so remember we're gluing paper to paper. So we'll use our glue stick and just lay those legs down wherever you think they belong. And this looks like these legs. I'm going to stick this up here because otherwise I'm going to get the leg in this spider's face. So This part might be a little tedious and long, but it will look cool when you're done. Now, if you didn't want to use the paper, so that it's sort of like a mixed media project, you could just draw it in. So I'd actually just drawn some legs on that one, on my original one, but I think the legs look better when they are done with paper. So we will continue doing that today. So just use your glue stick and glue the legs down. Remember to press it down so it doesn't stick up. All right. Now, I'm trying to decide in my head, since I've got blue, light blue, and red, my next step is going to be to do some faces and some eyeballs. I'm trying to make them a little creepy. So how do I want to do them? So while I'm figuring out these legs, I need to think about what I want to do for eyes. And if you just have markers and you just want to color them in, you could do that. I only have half a spider right there. I need some more legs. All right. So, and then like I made some giant lips on my spiders. Yeah, I don't know if that's a real thing in nature, but like I said, art can be very creative and you can do all kinds of fun things. So I think since I have 3 colors, I have the light blue and the dark blue, I guess those will just be the eyes, and I guess we'll make a mouth out of the red. These are sticking together over here. Let's see if I can get it up off of there. There we go. We'll lay it right there. Got 4 more legs to go. As you can see, it takes a little time to make spider legs. But, all right. And then we're going to make some eyeballs, and we can make some like webbing with some marker if you want. All right, so we need eyes that are the exact same. I think by now you guys know what I'm going to do, right? We're going to make 2 pieces of paper that lay on top of each other so that when we cut, our circles are exactly the same. And I'm just sort of turning my paper and just barely cutting, and then we have 2 eyeballs that are exactly the same, although these eyeballs are sort of pointy. Let me trim that off a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna put little light blue eyes. That's not the glue. All right, here's this. We'll just glue that one down there, and glue that one there. And then, of course, we're gonna have a Sharpie. I'm gonna make sure I don't get in the paint. You know what, boys and girls, I just thought, if this is the mommy, maybe the mommy needs some little eyelashes. So you can come up with all kinds of creative things to do. Let's make the daddy have the dark blue eyes. And doing the same thing, boys and girls, put the 2 pieces of paper on top of each other, cut in, and sort of just start turning your paper just a little, just making some little cuts as you're turning. And you should get a pretty good circle. And remember, throw your trash away when you're done. All right, we'll put these eyes up here. Now, maybe we could make the baby have a dark eye and a blue eye. I don't know, should we do that or not? That might not be so good. Put the little eyeballs in there. We'll just let the baby have the dark eyes. Since he's a baby and he's a little smaller, I need to make a smaller circle. Now, some of you might have moms that are into scrapbooking, and they may have a little hole puncher. That would be fun, but I don't have that, so I'm just going to make my circles with my scissor. And they always come out a little pointy. And my fingers, I need a wiper, boys and girls, so my fingers are a little sticky. All right, there's his eyes. All right, now we need a mouth, and we need 3 mouths, and on my original one, I had made them fairly large, but I think I'm gonna make them a little smaller. So I'm gonna lay some strips of paper on top of each other, so although their mouths are sort of the same, and it you know, doesn't waste as much time either. So I'm just gonna make a little smile. There we go. This might be too big for baby spider. We'll see. Maybe not. I think that looks okay. All right. So however you want to do it, I'm just going to put the glue on it and slide his happy face right there. There's the mama with her eyelashes. And if you know, there's plenty of room, so you could maybe even put 4 spiders, but I just made a happy family. And that one's still not sticking. All right, and then, you know, they use their webbing to go from place to place, so you may just want to draw some strings coming off of him, like he's going, like they're flying through the air. And that's your project, boys and girls. A happy family of spiders. All right, boys and girls, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this project. Join me again next week at the Crafty Corner for another project just for you. Bye now.